Here it is. Well, this thing's got some power now. Sorry, there's other stuff going in the back, which is just very good because I don't have problems with copyright. Anyway, now she's working. Even the magic eye. So there we are. FM shortwave. Come along here. And the fine tuning.
Radyo Tur ve hayatın seslerindesiniz.
Okay. That's all that I did. Well, there's a lot more that I did, which I will show you now. I'm going to stop that background noise. I do it to just confuse YouTube so that they don't give me copyright nonsense, you know. Anyway, so that's shortwave, huh? Lots of good old shortwave stuff going on there, which is great. I just want to turn off this. See, I have exactly the same radio. That's the back end of my one. Just want to switch it off so that I don't get no more interference. Now this one still has a bit of a low frequency hum to it. I just can't get rid of it, and I tested mine and it's doing the same. That over there is interference from somewhere else. Medium wave, well, medium wave is a waste of time. It's a real waste of time. Nothing going on there. Long wave.
Très fin. Et puis qui était très
Two
serein.
usual
Donc il prenait
French
toujours les
stations.
choses. Je souffrais toujours énormément, mais j'étais toujours en vie, donc je me dis c'est bon, c'est juste une réaction allergique. Vous voyez.
But everything is fine if I set it up at 150 megahertz, and I'll set up my signal generator to be on 150. See the inside scale right there, 150 kilohertz. And wait for it to warm up. Should be coming in. There we are, 150 kilohertz on the nose. Tune it across. Other side is 400, so that's what we're going to check for now. There it's set, 400. And let's come up here. Next band, 400 is right there. Spot on. Perfect. Okay. So we go to medium wave. And on medium wave, we're going to be sitting at about 1700 kilohertz. Huh? So we got a band C, and there it is, 1600 and something. Right there. Trying to lose the parallax. Okay. And then that's that side. 1600 and something, yeah. So we go to the other end. Where we're gonna find, what are we gonna find? We're gonna find about 500 odd. Okay, 500. So if I go back one band, bang on 500. There it is. So medium wave is good. Short wave. That way. And the top end of the shortwave band is 50 meters. And 50 meters, I don't remember what your frequency is. I'll check it on this radio here. Shortwave at 50 meters is about 6 megahertz. So 6 megahertz, go to band C. We're a little bit below, 5.6. Alright. Let's see what the top end of the band is. So tune it across to there. And that's 16 meters, and 16 meters, let's just take you as a reference up here, that's gonna be 16 megahertz. Okay, so we're at 6 at the moment. Go up one band. Nothing? That's very strange. Got something there, but maybe I have that frequency wrong. At 16 megahertz, that's going to be a lower frequency, not a higher one. Not there. And I would say 1.5 megahertz, probably right. Let me check that again. So, where are we? Shortwave, 19 megahertz in the 16 meter band. 19 megahertz in the 16 meter band. So I want to be in band D. I must be on the wrong end of the scale. 19 megahertz in the 16 meter band. There I am. Well, there it is. That seems to be okay. Band D. Maybe I should use band E. And there we are. My mistake. Band E. 18. A little bit below. That's kind of cool. 18 megahertz. 18 and a half. 18.2. So it's got a little bit of swing on that end, which means that on this side you should be not at 18 or 16 megahertz, but at this side you should be in the 50 meter band. 50 meter band, what did I say it was? 49 meters, 6. Yep, 6 megahertz. Alright then. Click down to the D band. It's nice and strong on the lower frequency there. Okay. And then finally, the F band. I want to start at about 87.5, which would be there. And we go to FM band. There you are, 87.5. That's an AM signal generator, so it's not gonna give the correct thing. And on this end of the scale, around 100 megahertz, there seems to be some kind of an interference. So 100 megahertz, 102. That's pretty fair. That's pretty fair. I think. That's pretty fair. Okay. I'm happy. Life is good. So, that is, excuse all the shaking and the bouncy. That is the radio as it is. Still picking up some wicked hum down this part of band. If you hold on now, I'll turn it around and we'll go in the back. Okay, so you're looking in the back now, and it's gotten a major cleanup. New Magic Eye that Guy managed to source. It's his radio. Well done, Guy. And inside it's looking sweet. One thing I had to do, there's my pointer. So you will see there's a tube missing over here. I had to remove the AZ41. That's the rectifier tube. The transformer was overheating, so it seemed like that rectifier tube was a bit sick. So I had to remove it, and in place of it I made a bridge rectifier and installed that instead. And then I did a full tune of an alignment of all of the front end, the radio frequencies and everything. And then we can go into the bottom and take a look at all of the work that was done underneath as well. Stand by. Right, so now we're in underneath the radio, and I can take you on a bit of a tour of all of the work that got done here. So let's get up in there first of all, and I'll just focus in on those. There we go. So capacitors got changed up here. Some more, if I can find them. They're kind of hidden. Anyway, yeah, let's go. Up here. And we're further. This big resistor over here. There was a single big resistor over there, 150 ohm. And I turned it into a set of resistors so that they run a lot cooler. And if you can see behind that capacitor right there, in there, that's the main smoothing capacitor, the main filter capacitor. You see these leads have been clipped off. It's still in position, but it's no longer in service because in its place, instead of that, I have down here 2 new capacitors taking care of the filtering, and over here you can see the solid state rectifier, bridge rectifier, which I fitted in place of the tube. Now, apparently there's a way to do the tube, so I want to have a look at that and see what I can do there. But for now, it stays as it is. These capacitors here are all changed. This is all the filter section, the de-emphasis section, the FM de-emphasis section. A couple of electrolytics that I changed. Here's another capacitor that I changed out here. Lots of capacitors got changed. This one inside here. And then I removed this ground and I grounded instead via a wire. This ground was just misbehaving. I don't understand why. So that's just out of the way. I'll tighten that up or just clip it off actually. And yeah, some more alignment got done over here. I want to seal it up with wax before I close up. And then finally, I will put on the bottom panel and send the radio back to its happy rightful owner. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I just did a very brief survey of it, but yeah, there wasn't much to do. There was one thing that I think I'm going to battle to show you. I might get lucky. Let's have a look. I just need a bit more light down here. Let's see if I can get that in there. Switch you on. Yes, there we go. Okay, so when we come down in here, now let me just focus in there. Right, you will see a new resistor sitting right over there. That resistor was 180 ohm, 150 ohm. And the FM was not receiving correctly. It was a bit deaf. And it was a really weird one to find because the tube's voltages all checked out fine, and yet it didn't work. And I found that resistor had gone open circuit, and putting it back in, suddenly FM was just receiving normally again. So there was another win situation right there. So now what I'm going to do is get my sealing wax, seal up all the slugs that I've set, and then close it up and send it home to Luke. Thanks for watching. I'll see you around.